So it's okay.
That's a very tedious route, but go ahead. Yes, I can see.
Honorable Chair, this is an acceptable comment from the Honorable CS. We sat here and listened to you take us through your for 1 hour. It was extremely tedious, and we did not complain. So if you answer my questions, we will move quickly and get out of here as soon as possible.
It's okay. I'll check that as we go. And also, members, you requested for the letter, the cover letter that his response with, and I've been told that we rest that matter there. Members, yes, Senator Sifuna.
In fact, Chair, let me begin where you say you want to rest the matter. I have seen a copy of that forwarding letter. And my only advice is that this is not the standard expected. In fact, the letter should have said the things that the CS said when he gave his response, that we hereby attach the following documentation in response to your letter so that we can know that it covers all these issues. So, Chair, allow me to begin my questions. Honorable CS, this approval by the PPP committee is the crux of the matter. So we are going to focus there. You have repeatedly referred to approval by the PPP committee, first at its meeting held on 13th March 2024, and then there is also reference to approval at a meeting of, ordinary meeting held on 3rd May 2024. I perused these documents at length. I do not see the minutes of these two meetings. Did you attach the minutes of the meetings of the PPP committee that you have referenced? Honorable CS, I like that my questions are answered. I finish with you, then it will be handed to somebody else. Did you submit minutes of those two meetings? Say yes or no?
You can answer that.
The minutes are not supplied, but they're available. We can give the minutes. You know, the minutes are very bulky. So
you will agree with me, CS, that if we wanted to know what a meeting, the decision the meeting took, it is critical for us to have the minutes of that meeting. It's critical to have those minutes.
This committee will get the minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Chair. Now, I want to address something you've also touched on your response. If you go to, Honorable Chair, if you go to section, I'm getting mixed up. CS, who is supposed to submit a PIP to the committee, the PPP committee?
That should be done by the Directorate. Actually, the process is the contracting authority submits to the Directorate.
Correct.
Which is at the National Treasury.
Now, you have attached a letter here, a letter dated 1st of March 2024, that is signed by PIP.
Now, the law says contracting authority.
Correct.
But contracting authority is domiciled, in this case, in that State Department, and the procedure in government is usually when you are communicating to another ministry, it comes through the parent ministry, the State Department. So there's nothing completely wrong. So long as you indicate that that PIP proposal was to the KAA, which is the contracting authority. So the letter...
Yes, if the law was followed, the contracting authority being KAA should be the one submitting the PIP because it is delivered to them. Now let's move on to something you've touched on about the membership of this PPP committee.
But Chair, with your indulgence, I think we need to sort out that. The contracting authority here is KAA.
Yes.
They receive PIP. They decided and which there's nothing wrong, because the law does not. If the law is stating that they should not, then that's a different story. But so long as AAA has submitted the PIP to the line PS, and then the line PS submits it to Treasury, indicating that this is the PIP received by KAA. So I don't see any ambiguity there.
Chair, perhaps that is the view that Honorable Mbadi would want to have. I want to read you the law as it is, not as it ought to be. Section 40, subsection 4. The contracting authority, which is KAA, shall submit the privately initiated proposal to the Directorate for assessment and approval. I want to move on because I have very little time. Chair, you will understand why I'm asking this question. You spoke about the membership of the PPP committee, Honorable Chair. You have taken us through the members of that PPP committee. You will agree with me that, in fact, if you look at the letter of 1st March 2024, it is a letter originating from a member of the PPP committee to another member of the PPP committee. Isn't that the case, Honorable CS?
That is bound to happen, because I've already said that even if he was not a member, he would be co-opted. So
just what the letter is saying, if it is coming from the CS for transport, the PS for transport going to the PS Chris Kipto of National Treasury, those are both members of the PPP committee.
The transport PS is a co-opted member.
They are both members of the committee.
By virtue, is not a designated member as per the law, but the law says you co-opt the line PS. And so he is a member, co-opted member. He is communicating a PIP which was received by KAA, and by the way, KAA is the one that communicated to the PS.
Where is that correspondence in your documents?
That can be found, that we can touch.
Let's move to Annexure D, which is the evaluation report. You have taken us through the standard that has been set by the law when it comes to evaluation of these proposals, Chair. I want us to go to the evaluation report at Annexure D. Are we there, Honorable Mbadi? Are we there? Yes, so there is a summary of the due diligence that is found at page 6 of that report. It starts from page 6. Are we together?
You can proceed, I can see it.
So there is a table there, Honorable Mbadi, that sets out the parameter, the attribute, the indicators, and the remarks.
I think, Chair, maybe we are having different reports.
I am at Annexure D. This is the KA evaluation report of the PIP by ADANI Airport Holdings.
You can hold a bit, we get it.
Chair, I hope you'll not accuse me of taking too much time. It's the witness.
Noted.
Which is page 6. I think we are together now. You can proceed.
We are together.
Summary of the due diligence.
Yes, you can see the parameter, the attribute, the indicators, and the remarks. I want you to go to the parameter on debarment, where you are required to have confirmation or verification to ensure that neither the proponent nor its affiliates are listed on either the World Bank and PPRA list of ineligible firms and individuals for engagement in procurement. You can see that. And on the remarks, it says they provided a sworn notarized declaration. Is that reference to a self-declaration by ADANI themselves? So they did not provide anything other than what they swore themselves. Is that correct? I need you to
take that route, so it's okay.
That's a very tedious route, but go ahead. Yes, I can see.
Honorable Chair, this is an acceptable comment from the Honorable CS. We sat here and listened to you take us through for 1 hour. It was extremely tedious, and we did not complain. So if you answer my questions, we will move quickly and get out of here as soon as possible. So you can see that it was a self-declaration, not the standard expected by the Act. Let's go to the question on corrupt practices.
But Chair, with all due respect, why do you say it is not accepted by the Act? Can you cite the Act?
You have said...
You know that you want me to be saying yes or no. I don't agree with that. So can you go to the Act and cite that for me?
Honorable Mbadi,
yes.
You are required to provide confirmation that none of these people are listed on World Bank and PPRA list of ineligible firms. Surely that does not mean that they can tell you themselves that we are not listed. That is not the standard. Secondly, on corrupt practices, they have also provided a notarized declaration. That is a sworn affidavit.
So can I just respond?
Yes.
I have clear information that even though they did this sworn affidavit, it was confirmed through checking the website of World Bank to confirm the same. So if you want me to state that on record, I'm stating that that was checked and was found.
It is not in this report by KA.
Well, you don't have to put everything on report, but I'm just reporting. That's why.
It's okay.
Pardon?
Let's move on because I have very limited
What I'm
time.
saying.
Through you, Chair.
You know I'm under oath.
Just through you, Chair. I mean, what is our brother? What has just happened to you? What are you saying? That they don't have to do that? That is exactly the crux of the matter of ADANI. That is it, though, John. If you don't see it, then we're wasting our time here.
So I'm also reporting to you, Honorable Nyonga. You can have your opinion. My opinion is this. I'm under oath. And I'm stating as follows. The evaluation committee did check the World Bank sites and confirmed that that is the case.
Through you, Chair, can I respond?
Chair,
In
Chair,
the report here, that statement is made is propaganda. It's not there.
As I had indicated, I think let's give Senator his time. Then
Thank you, proceed. I was just making a point of information.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Chairman, over the page, the law against CS is that they are supposed to confirm that they are not subject to any current legal proceedings. That is over the page on the parameter of insolvency. Do you see that, Honorable Chair, Honorable CS? CS, if you nod the
That is, you are asking about the criminal conviction?
No.
Which one?
The parameter is insolvency.
Yes,
they are supposed to confirm that they have not been suspended and is not subject to any current legal proceedings.
Correct.
Correct. Now, what did they provide in the column for indicators?
Provided a sworn affidavit of financial statements as at 31st March 2023.
You are reading a totally different document.
Which one?
The document I have says they provided audited financial statements. There's no mention of an affidavit.
I am mentioning it because I'm under oath. And I want to, so that I make your work easy, Senator Sifuna, because you will ask me. I am telling you that this audited financial statement as of 31st March 2023 was provided under a sworn affidavit. If you want evidence of that, we can provide.
Honorable Mbadi, you're a CPA, I'm a lawyer. You know for a fact that whether somebody has live criminal or civil proceedings going on is not contained in financial statements. There has to be something else to confirm that there doesn't exist any litigation.
You
yes
see,
or no?
What was the indicator? The indicator was proponent to provide audited financial statements.
No.
That is what I have in the sheet. Can you just read? Just go back.
Under the law,
Sifuna, Chair, please.
Under
Let's
the law,
read. You are reading under the law. I'm reading for you my documents. Can you read my documents?
Let's direct.
I'm reading your document.
Senator Sifuna and.
So, Chair, what do you have under indicators?
Let's direct your conversation through the chair.
Honorable Chair, just allow me to read. Yes.
Can you read the indicators?
Honorable Chair.
Number 7.
We are here. Honorable Chair, I am reading the Honorable CS's own documents. He's the one who's attempting to amend his own documents.
Read that part you're referring to.
One of the parameters, and it is in the law, is you need to confirm that it is not, the entity is not subject to any current legal proceedings. That is not something that can be found in financial statements.
So
So,
Where did you get the indicators from?
Chair, we have three items here. There is insolvency, tax compliant, and criminal conviction. Now, under insolvency, attribute is not insolvent, under receivership or bankrupt, and its affairs are not being administered by a court or judicial officer. Its business activities have not been suspended, and it is not subject to any current legal curriculum. And then that is why the financial statements were provided.
That's why I'm saying, CS, it is not the requirement, the required document to demonstrate that people have no litigation cannot be the financial statements. Let me move on to the tax compliance in the jurisdictions in which it has local tax presence. It says here in the remarks that you provided an Indian income tax return acknowledgement. Is it the position that ADANI only operates in India?
Chair, I may not know how many countries ADANI operates in, but
Okay.
I know that the mother or the parent country where tax compliance is domiciled is India.
But the requirement of in which it has local tax
Yes,
presence.
that is what is in the law.
Okay, let me move very quickly, Honorable Chair, to page. Actually, 22, Honorable Chair. I wanted to ask. Chair, the CS needs to listen to the question so that he doesn't.
Chair,
You're on page?
Chair, I think that's not fair to me. Have I been answering my own questions?
No, when I'm going to ask the question, I can see you
No, you
engage
just,
in another conversation.
you can't be
Maybe
able
the
to
CS can
determine my
multitask,
capacity.
eh?
I know the CS, Honorable Chair.
You can't be able to determine
I know
my
he cannot
capacity to
multitask.
listen.
I know him
Just go
personally.
ahead.
Ask your question.
Yes, under the special purpose vehicle provision there, you will see that there is a requirement you clear, that the proponent should clear the nexus between ADANI Airport Holding Limited and Abu Dhabi Consortium Company. That is at page 37 of the PIP. CS, can you confirm whether that has been done?
Chair, I think let us not mix issues here. This was a recommendation for detailed due diligence, which is still ongoing.
Correct.
So that will be determined later.
So you're saying it
We
has
are-
not been done?
It has not been done.
Okay.
Or if it has been done, it has not been communicated to the National Treasury.
Now, there was a discussion also, Chair, on the question of employment, and this is at page 27 of the same document. Your counterpart from Treasury was here, not Treasury, from Transport, and he told this committee that all current employees of KA all current employees of KA will be offered an opportunity to work once ADANI take over the airport. If you read at page 27 on employees, it talks about the proponent proposes to offer employment to a mutually agreed percentage of current employees of the contracting authority on terms and conditions as provided in the concession agreement. What percentage were they proposing, if you're aware? What percentage are they saying they can absorb?
I'm trying to get the part of my answer to that question because I'd read it earlier. Even though that was what was offered by the proponent, I may not have the percentages, but the recommendation from committee was very clear.
Yeah, I'm talking about their proposal. What were they proposing?
That was proposal of ADANI.
What were they proposing? What percentage?
I can't be able to Yeah, so the percentage they were taking, I may need to cross-check in their proposal. It might be in the proposal document, which we have here.
Very well.
But one thing that I want to be clear on is that was their proposal, but the recommendation of the committee is totally different. The committee is recommending as follows, that the Kenya Airports Authority should ensure that current employees of JKIA are onboarded by the concessionaire on priority basis.
Very well. You have said you don't know what percentage you are proposing. In the final question on this document, Chair, is that therefore, CS, the conclusion that is found at, this page is not numbered, but I suppose it's page 30. There are conclusions and recommendations there, and the conclusion is that the proponent has provided all documentation in accordance with the requirements of Section 41 of the PPP Act 2021. That conclusion and recommendation cannot be true, Honorable CS, after what we have gone through. There are gaps in the documentation.
Chair, I agree that there are gaps, and those gaps clearly have enumerated. The first one was 22, there are 19. Those are all documented. The PPP committee made recommendation that before we go to the project development phase, then these are supposed to be provided. So they are properly documented. And by the way, the committee will not approve the project, the process will not proceed to conclusion until and unless those conditions are met.
Okay, then you speak of a working paper, which I think you have annexed as Annexure E. And Honorable Chair, this one I have problems with it. The same problem I had with the document that the CS referred to. These recommendations of the PPP Directorate, because they are important, Honorable Chair, you will notice that first, they are unsigned. They are unsigned, Honorable CS. Is it possible for recommendations of a PPP Directorate to take the form that you have brought before this House? And Annexure E.
Mr. Chairman, maybe these are technical working papers, the way I understand it. And it was submitted to the committee. Once it is submitted, then a decision is taken and they're adopted. But if you want the Directorate, if it's a requirement, then you can ask the Directorate to confirm the same. But these are information from the Directorate, so I don't see why they should.
If you were to encounter that document, Honorable CS Mbadi, in your office, it is not on letterhead, it is not signed by anyone, and then somebody tells you these are the recommendations of a PPP Directorate, would you accept that standard?
You know, if I encounter documents anyhow in my office, I would not treat them seriously.
Thank you. I'm not treating this one seriously as well.
I only treat seriously a document that someone can own.
Honorable Chair, let me move to something he said about the powers of this PPP committee. Honorable CS, you read to us the law again on PPP, and it says that it is the committee to make the decision approving a PIP, right? That is the law. The law you read us. Are you aware whether the decision of the PPP committee is subject to appeal or direction from any other quarters under the law?
I haven't seen that in the law. I have read the law. I have not seen where it can be appealed, but you may cite.
Can a procuring entity direct the PPP on what to do? The PPP committee?
Peace committee is supposed to work independently.
Very well. So
yes.
You have attached a letter here under Annexure L, and I want you to go with me there. There's a letter under Annexure L. It's actually a memo. This memo is originating from Henry Ogoe. He's the acting managing director of KA, the procuring entity. Addressed to the chairperson, PIP Evaluation Committee. Honorable Mbadi, please read for us the last paragraph on that letter.
You are therefore directed to reconvene the committee sittings and amend the report accordingly.
Do you think that is proper for the procuring entity to be directing the PIP committee to reconvene so that they can amend their report?
Yeah, I don't think this letter was to the PPP committee.
What does it say at the top?
This is chairperson PIP Evaluation Committee.
You don't see any problem
which is
with
a
that?
technical body, basically from KAA. It's actually the KAA which is leading it with the directorate. It's not a directive to the committee, as you had earlier indicated.
Okay. Let's see what the committee recommends under Annexure M. Honorable Chair, Annexure M, there is a recommendations of the PPP Directorate. I don't know if we're together, Chair, or I'm moving too fast.
I'm with you, Chair. I'm aligned. I'm moving as fast as Senator Sifuna is moving.
Again, Chair, I have similar problems with this document. The document is not on letterhead. It is not signed by anyone. This is the PPP Committee Technical Working Paper on the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Now, at page 9, there is a recommendation at the bottom there, Honorable Mbadi. I wish that you read it for the committee as well.
Page
9 of that report.
Yeah, I can read.
Paragraph 6.
Let me read it. The Evaluation Committee made recommendations which the PPP Directorate endorses and conveys.
You are reading the wrong document.
Okay.
There is Annexure M. Annexure M.
So which document do you have? Could you kindly read it? Because, so that we don't go back and forth. Is it not, because you said paragraph 6, recommendations of the PPP.
Mbadi, this is your own document. I am going by the way you filed them. It's
Exactly,
Annexure M on my file.
which
Annexure
page?
M on my file at page 9.
Chair, let me read what I have. If you have another one, you can read it, Senator Sifuna, so that we can know which one is the correct one.
Read yours.
Recommendations of the PPP Directorate. Okay. My apologies, I think we got a wrong one.
Now you are accusing me of reading my own things. Yes, you are the one reading the wrong things.
You see, Senator Sifuna, when these documents are many and bulky.
But you went ahead to accuse me of reading the wrong documents. I am using your bundle. These documents came from you.
Let me just stay focused and read what you wanted me to read. I think we don't have luxury of time. In several respects, as detailed in the observations above, the feasibility study report submitted by the proponent has not fully satisfied the evaluation criteria of project feasibility and affordability. The evaluation committee made recommendations which the PPP Directorate endorses and conveys to the PPPC.
Thank you. I just needed you to cover that part under the recommendations, which has called out that the proponent has not fully satisfied the evaluation criteria of the project. Chair, allow me to conclude, because I can see, I know that my colleagues would also want to add something. There is a communication, the last annexure actually, Chair. I think it's, this one is XYZ, the last one. There is a letter dated 11th March 2024. It originated from Christopher Kirigwa, the Director General of Public-Private Partnerships, to the Honorable Solicitor General, Shadrach Mose. I wanted confirmation that there was a response to that letter. Did the Solicitor General nominate a state council as per the request of the PPP Directorate?
Yeah, we could have, Kirigwa is here. If he got a response, he could just respond to that so that I don't have to belabor the point.
It's okay. You can delegate for that response.
Thank you, Chair. Senator Sifuna, I confirm, Honorable, we did receive a response and he nominated individuals.
Where is that response?
Honorable, I'll check if we have it here, but I'll try within the course of this meeting, we'll share it with you.
Okay, thank you, Chair. So it's not here?
It's not here, you're right.
Chair, I yield it back to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Before I give the next senator to give a comment, Bwana CS, on the issue, the question that was raised by Senator Sifuna on the evaluation report, you indicated that you were only concerned with the mother country, that is India, yet in your response, page 3, you quoted the act that said you needed to check due diligence on the private party under Section 41 of the PPP Act is conducted by the Directorate and the contracting authority to confirm that the private party is not debarred by any country or any international organization from participating in PPPs or similar arrangement. So is it your word that you only concentrated on India?
Chair, let me make it